Poor Daimon. Alright, there's a lot of dialogue here, but you're gonna find out everything basically. We shut his restaurant down because he didn't call us. The what? The outside world. What do you know about the world? The world is round. Please don't make the flat earth joke, please no. The world has no. Telling me I'm wrong. The big restroom. All aboard. It wasn't me, it must have been Carnitas. I didn't do anything. It shakes a little. And if you recall earlier, we did a cutscene where this happened. Now you know why. However, in reality, surprise! Alright. How do you feel about it? Well, surprised. Is your life better for knowing about it? Were there problems in your life that required you to know it? Not really. If you died without ever knowing the true nature of our world, would there have been a problem? It does no one any good. If people are happy living in ignorance, why ruin that happiness with the truth? Prime duty of class S commanders is to hide this awful truth from the people, to protect this world and ensure the happiness of the people who live in it. But I guess it doesn't match. There are some things you're better off not knowing. Now you're thinking like a class S. There are others who know the truth though, and they are trying to use it to their own advantage. The Z Syndicate. We still don't know how Z found out about the outside world. To be honest, we have no idea what they plan to do with that knowledge either. However, we do know that Z's hideout is somewhere in the outside world. However, if the public knew the truth, other more dangerous syndicates might form. You may be right. There's no question now that Z is planning something. As you told us, they now possess Rahu. The boy has been investigating the outside world for the past few days. With his findings, we're starting to understand more about their operation. Boy says he's close to pinpointing the location of the hideout. Once we find out where the hideout is, we'll send Roy and Mira over there to destroy Rahu and take out Z. Only someone with the Class S license can walk into the outside world. That's where we need your help. We don't really want... We really didn't want to have to bring you into this, but there simply aren't enough people in the police squad with the skill and mental strength and stability to acquire a Class S license. So that's why you had us take the test, to help you guys out. We do think you have the talents, this is the truth, but if you wanted us to help, you should have told us before we took the S rank. We couldn't tell you until you passed the S rank, it was confidential. Rahu is here again, and the citizenry is in danger. Your lives will be in danger, but in a sense they are already are. I won't force you, but I would like your help. So that's the big reveal, that basically, you know, everything's been a lie. And so if you go to Hub Park, that's where Marcia likes to kind of hang out. Oh, she's not here this time. Where is she at this time? I know the test hall? Trish, you talk to Trish, she's like... Harry's actually serious. Interesting. So then we go... Is it Bogies, perhaps? I know you can find Marcia somewhere. There she is. Back to fighting. So that's a little special dialogue you get. Yeah, freaking He literally canceled our gym membership, but we came back anyway. Ernest. Can't even tell Ernest. I think you can go to the lab and talk to Linda. Let me see if you can. I think Diamond's is closed now. Oh no, it's still open. So that's where the wall is, behind that statue. There she is. Now, once we get to the next part, chat, there will be no more going back home. We are at the end game. Yeah, because there shouldn't be... We should be heading out to the outside world now. They didn't yell at him this time. I wonder if you can go to the test hall. Dang it. I was hoping you could, but you can't. And the music's different too. It's going to be a long one. You also said that it was up to you if you want to take the job, but you also wanted my permission. You don't sound like you want us to take the job. It's good money, isn't it? The money's good, but if you want my opinion, I'm against it. What's wrong? I'm not an idiot. I can tell you guys are getting something dangerous here. I know I'm just your boss. I have no idea what you think of me, but I like you. I want to see you die on some fool's mission. I have no means of knowing of what you're all about to do. It's okay. I understand. Anyway, it's up to you three to decide if you want whether or not you want to accept the assignment. I don't know the situation. I don't have the right to tell you what to do right now. You'll see the chief of police. He'll give you all details. If you're going to take the job, then follow through with it to the end. And with that, you're dismissed. So then you head to police HQ, and there's a fun Easter egg you can do. I don't like doing it. It hurts. It hurts to see. I don't like seeing it. But you can actually say no. You can just repeatedly say no. So Roy's back. Sergey used to be part of the police squad, right? He's a member of Z. So you can say, I'm not going. Like, you can say, no, I'm done. If you do this and say it multiple times out there, everyone tries convincing you, you will leave, and they will play a cutscene, and Harry tells you, because of you, everyone died. Thanks a lot. And then they'll replay the scene again. I don't like doing it, though. It makes me feel bad. We got the whole squad now. Let's go. Guys, hold on. I gotta take a shit. Everyone leave the room. But we're near the end of the game, chat. There's a lot of fights ahead of us, but we are near the end of the game. Let's go! Get in the car. You're not in the car. And poor Daimon, he's about to have an earthquake. Another earthquake. I think I've become used to them. Yeah, but ironically, only he feels them. Alright. Music's silent. It's all creepy. And press the A button. Alright, we're heading to Z's hideout. Dun 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 dun. There are no 3v3 fights, so sorry. Oh, this guy has terrible weapons. I mean, 3-way is not bad, it's just like... ugh. Ow! Wait, hold on. Whoop. Instant stand up. Needle gun. It's not the drill. I think needle is the fist. Yeah, it's the fist. Needle's not bad, but So Shiner uses
Breaker. He uses the same build essentially. I don't think you unlock it here, but we'll see. I think you only unlock his. You only unlock Breaker through the Grand Prix. And the Grand Prix is only post game. Oh, perfect dice roll for it for me. That's some good damage right there. I like that little combo. Yeah, see, we got Defender, which is it is a lightning strike. It is a flying body, but it's not one of the ones that I like. I prefer Breaker. Short jump shooting. See what guns I can use that would help out more. Swordstorm, again, it's not bad, but not for my build. Like, I don't want to use it for mine. That's where Breaker comes in handy, or the other flying body. Got him. Standard bomb F. It makes kind of sense why she would struggle against one, just because of how Robo was built, but also because of how this stage is. Hands down one of the worst stages. Yeah, getting hit by lava hurts. It hurts a lot. It's a massive amount of damage. And we're running it back. Flame's not doing enough. Let's try Needle. That's some good damage. Yeah, you have invincibility when you do your dash. As long as you're still right, you're invincible. Needle wasn't bad against this guy. Shotgun! Hell yes. That's the gun we're waiting for. I need pants. Defender, shotgun, standard bomb F, Seeker. Shotgun's really good though, chat. So he'll use some illegal parts, but nothing like extreme. Yeah, so the legs, I believe those are illegal legs. Oh no, they're still the regular ones. He's the next guy then. One of them I know uses the illegal parts. Are you eating? Formula. Formula is... Oh, that's right, I have to get it from the parts generator. I don't remember what formula does, though. I think we're okay with just long thrust. It's not bad. The movement speed would be nice. What do you mean peaceful? Does he? Oh, I guess he doesn't use, Bella! Daisy! 1 second, I'm gonna have to pause. Aw, dang it. We both got 6s.
Bella, Jasmine. I see Jasmine. Where's Bella? Where's Bella?
If I finish developing my precious illegal reports, I never have lost. Custom robots all meet certain safety standards and regulations. Oof. Tomahawk. We're gonna switch it up depending on what we have to face, but we should be good with just shotgun. Yeah, we'll be good with just shotgun. Go formula instead.
I love you. I love you. Easy girl. Ooh, I almost fell in the lava. $130 off one shot. Submarine bomb and dolphin pod. Ugh. He's using Breaker. Not my boy. Not my boy, Breaker. But he's using it terribly. That weapon has no range. Hey, Roy, any second now, please? That was my kill. He stole it. Meteor Storm. There's a better weapon for Meteor Storm called Crystal Strike. It's illegal. Guns busted. I think I've shown it on stream before. I don't think I've ever done 3v1 in this game. I don't think there's a handicap for that one. Robo Crow!
That's right. It's not a 2v2, it's a 1v3. Right. I could not catch up to him. Teleports, man. Rahu. Say hello to Rahu 2. He's a little bit bigger and he's a lot sturdier. The main gimmick with this body is that now not only is he faster, but he has almost instant recovery. Damn. If you think Rahu 2 is insane with his recovery, wait till you see Rahu 3. Rahu 3 is even worse. So now the next big reveal. And it should be obvious from the beginning of the game, but you'll see it shortly. Be right back, chat. Left me. Oh, I'm gonna. That dog. I'm gonna grab her and put her in the chat. The hard way. Sorry about that, chat. Dog outside was not behaving. Kept barking. So I had to bring her in. But what she does is sometimes at night when she doesn't really want to go in, she taunts you. She barks knowing she's gonna get attention. So you go over to the door and open it for her, and instead of coming in, she stands there. She waits for you. So when you try to touch her to bring her in, she'll take off, knowing, hey, you'll play with me now. And I don't allow that. So I have to kind of like get firm with her and kind of like force her down and like, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna wait now, I'm gonna bring you in. If you ignore her, she'll start barking again. She's got a loud bark. You can hear it. Even if she's inside, you can hear it outside. You're all aware that centuries ago, Rahu nearly wiped out the human race. All the domed cities people lived in except for ours. You're never told the truth about the outside world. You believe we lived in domes up here? We lived freely in the outside world. We lived in vast cities in the open air. Rahu destroyed all of that. Originally, humans didn't live in domed cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home. Rahu destroyed all the cities. The few survived. They found an area that had minimal damage and, with the help of Robo technology, built a dome to create a livable environment for a new community. The dome builders left Rahu inoperative in the outside world before they sealed themselves in. We deliberately chose to live in a cage like animals. The dome protects us, but it also keeps us trapped, caged. How do we stop Rahu last time? Rahu possessed no form of its own. It was more like a spirit than a living creature. No form, then that doesn't make sense. We saw it. It looks like a custom Robo. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. We couldn't see it, but it was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. Not in traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets, in this case, us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. It appropriates any useful abilities its victims possess, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. It's really evolving. So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals them. Then it turns into people, rests for a bit, and changes into an even scarier monster. That's just a secondary behavior though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. So it's invisible, it can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants to do to kill or everything. So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die. How did they stop it hundreds of years ago when it was running amok? Custom Robos. It was because of Custom Robos that they were able to defeat Rahu. Back then, Custom Robos were nothing but children's toys. Children card game with like robotic action figures. Sounds strange, but even now there is much we do not know about Custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak and we were all but extinct, when suddenly Rahu targeted a young child's Robo toy. Then something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo. Don't know. Some people think there's a connection between the two. It did a dive and it got stuck. That's correct. Now we can see it. Now that enemy was visible, we had a chance to fight back and we seized it. The government remodeled the custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it, but we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. The dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, and so it didn't evolve and didn't awaken. Couldn't destroy Rahu, though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time. There's something else, a device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his robo systems. Right, it doesn't matter. When did you first find out about Rahu's attacks? I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander. Same thing. Don't you think that's odd? This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history and no one knows. It's classified knowledge. The government dictates who should and should not know. But how could they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children? The people respect the word of the government. They knew it was confidential. Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Can you think of any other reason why no one ever talked about this horrific event? That seemed difficult to imagine. So many years have passed and nobody knew the full scope of it. Even becoming a Class S commander doesn't explain everything. The reason this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it a secret, because their memories were wiped clean. It is a secret because no one was allowed to remember. Oh, for crying out loud. Look, this is all starting to get real confusing here. What you're saying is that everyone forgot about Rahu entirely. That's correct. That's impossible. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once? Well, nothing could make that happen, naturally. Are you saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely? Yes. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and then plant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago, and once the dome was complete, the government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu. Yes, the world exists entirely within this dome. Outside of the dome, there is nothing. We are all raised thinking that dome is our true home, where we will live and die. It is the greatest lie. The memory implant told us all that. This dome contained mankind's entire world. Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life knowing Rahu would return? But never knowing when, I see, it was to give us a sense of security, even if it was just a lie. But how's that possible? What could possibly erase everyone's memory like that? I don't know, but they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memory. Captain Rio, I've already told you. There are some things not even Class S commanders have been told. How do we know you didn't make that whole story up? I suppose you have no evidence, except that one of those devices still exists to this very day. I got it! It's at the lab, the Custom Robo Research Lab. That's why the Z Syndicate was there. You're the man, Harry! No, it's not at the lab. Shit. So where is it? Your father's watch. That's the device. It can erase people's memories. You've had it all along. See, the device that was used to defeat Rahu was the one that could erase people's memories. Yes, hundreds of years ago that very device helped us defeat Rahu. He was a distinguished scientist, one of the highest ranking officials in the government. That is why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. When he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. My leader told me where your powers came from. It is a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Nobody realized that the dramatic change in environment and the memory blocks and implants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marsha's power. Marsha, your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago. So it's all coming together. You said that Carnitas' father had doubts about the false memories. Was he the only one in the government who thought that way? He must have meant something. He was. He stole the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. He escaped to the outside world with several of his colleagues. I'm sure the government must have been quick to send someone after them. Yes, the government soldiers had one goal: to retrieve the memory erasure device. They searched all over the outside world for them, but he was always one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into exile, he hid it inside of the dome city itself. He reconfigured it into that watch so that no one would be able to identify it. And then he gave the watch to Carnitas, to the one person who he could trust, someone who didn't know the power of the object he held. syndicate's goal is just to inform people of the truth. It was, at first, wanted people to know the truth to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. But as time passed, he began to worry, to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone of the truth would only trigger mass panic. He realized that it might be best to find a way to stop Rahu without having the people know about it. That was the moment when my leader formed a syndicate made up of the strongest fighters. I wanted to save this ruined world. In order to do that, I knew I would have to help him. Only he needed someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might seem. To be honest, I planned on leaving Marsha before I met your father. Damn. It's like, I was gonna leave her anyway. My sister would do anything I told her. If I'd stayed, she would never have left my shadow. It was unacceptable, unthinkable. I wanted her to think for herself, to grow into a commander she is. I thought that if I weren't around, she would have the opportunity she needed to think for herself. That's why I left the way I did. I always watched over her. I would have come to her aid in a second if she were ever in danger. I left even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving her. Spoiling someone isn't love. Sometimes you need to be straight in order to be compassionate. That's when I figured out, that's when I knew that my old brother still cared about me. That's how he still loved me. And I wonder if that wasn't why you had left me in the first place. They helped me to understand that that's why I still love you. Thank you, Sergey. You've grown so strong, Marsha. The more I hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets. It sounds like Z formed an order to help out mankind. Then what about Boro? That guy wanted Rahu for himself. When our leader grew ill, Oboro and Eliza made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. The more they knew about Rahu's amazing power, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness and diving into Rahu. There's always one selfish sicko in the group. I acted as Boro's subordinate while looking for the chance to strike back. Why was Eliza at the lab? Did it have something to do with Rahu? Boro and Eliza both knew that the memory erasure device was the key to destroying Rahu, but they didn't know our leader had already stolen it. He was never sure he could trust them. That they wanted that device so they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. Eliza must have thought that the custom Robo research lab would have such a device. That's why she attacked the lab. Just as I thought. Which simply shows how flawed her thinking truly is. Spoken long enough. May I borrow your watch? I have a chip for your father gave me. I'm going to insert it into your watch now. Once I've inserted the chip, the watch's memory erasure functions will be restored. Device is now functional. Point towards your target and activate it. It's still evolving? Like I said before, Rahu evolves. Rahu is especially drawn to negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. It absorbs that mental energy, uses it to fuel its metamorphosis. It's not just its appearing that's changing, it's growing stronger with each evolution. The device will erase Rahu's genetic memory so that it stops evolving. I feel that Rahu is resting now, preparing for its next evolution. We can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantage. So yeah, that's the whole gimmick. You use the device to make it forget